400 soldiers. All armed. All moving with purpose. Their target, one household. The man leading them isn't a warlord or a tyrant. He's the future king of Israel. And in this moment, he has made a decision he cannot take back. He's going to wipe out every man in that house before morning. The only thing standing between 400 armed soldiers and a massacre is one woman. No weapon. No army. Just a donkey, some food, and the right words at exactly the right moment. Nabal is a very rich man. 3,000 sheep. 1,000 goats. An estate that spans the hillsides of Carmel. His name, in Hebrew, literally means, fool. His parents named him that. That tells you something. The Bible describes him in one line: he was surly and mean in his dealings. He has everything wealth can buy and none of what character can build. And standing beside him, somehow, inexplicably, is his wife. Abigail. The Bible uses two words for her: intelligent and beautiful. In a text that is very economical with compliments, that's a significant statement. She runs this household in all the ways that matter. She reads people. She reads situations. She knows exactly what her husband is, and she has built contingency plans around his foolishness for years. She doesn't know it yet, but she's about to need every one of them. Context matters here. David is in the wilderness, a fugitive from King Saul's paranoia, living rough with his 600 men. During sheep shearing season, Nabal's shepherds are working in the open fields, exposed, vulnerable to bandits. David's men guard them. Voluntarily. 4 months. Not one sheep goes missing. Not one man is harmed. David's men act as a wall around Nabal's livelihood. When shearing season ends and the celebrations begin, David sends 10 young men to Nabal with a simple request. We protected your people. In your kindness, share what you can with us. It is a completely reasonable ask. Nabal's response is not reasonable. Who is David? Who is the son of Jesse? There are many servants nowadays who break away from their masters. Why should I take my bread and my water and my meat and give it to men I don't know? He's not just saying no. He's calling David a runaway slave. A nobody. He's saying, you are beneath me, and your request insults me. The messengers go back and report every word. David hears it. His jaw sets. He turns to his men and says 4 words. Strap on your swords. 400 men move out. David has made a vow: by morning, every male in Nabal's household will be dead. He means it. And he would have kept that vow, if one servant hadn't run to tell Abigail what her husband had just done. One of Nabal's servants finds Abigail. He tells her everything: the request, the insult, what David's men had done for them, and what David is now coming to do. Then he says something that reveals exactly what kind of household this is. Our master is such a wicked man that no one can talk to him. The servants can't go to Nabal. They go to Abigail. Because they know, she is the one who actually solves things. She doesn't faint. She doesn't freeze. She doesn't waste 10 seconds. She starts giving orders. 200 loaves of bread. 2 skins of wine. 5 dressed sheep. 5 seahs of roasted grain. 100 clusters of raisins. 200 fig cakes. All of it loaded onto donkeys. She tells her servants, go ahead of me. She doesn't tell her husband. She rides out alone, directly toward 400 armed men who have sworn to kill everyone she loves. Some people manage crisis. Abigail rides toward it. She meets them in a mountain ravine. The moment she sees David, she slides off her donkey and falls to the ground before him. Not from fear, from strategy. She is defusing the most dangerous thing in that moment, David's pride. She bows before he can speak. She speaks before he can act. And what she says next is one of the most precisely constructed speeches in the entire Bible. "My Lord, let the blame be on me alone. Please let your servant speak, and hear what I have to say. Pay no attention to that wicked man Nabal. He is just like his name means fool, and folly goes with him. I did not see the men you sent. But now, please forgive the offense of your servant. The Lord has kept you from bloodshed and from avenging yourself with your own hand. As surely as the Lord lives, when he has done for you every good thing he promised and appointed you leader over Israel, you will not have this thing as a cause for grief, or a staggering burden. That you shed blood without cause, or that you avenged yourself. She doesn't just bring food. She shows David what he cannot see in his rage, what this massacre would cost him. Not just morally, politically. Strategically. A future king cannot begin his reign with innocent blood on his hands over an insult. David goes very still. He looks at her. And then he says something no one expected. David says, "Praise be to the Lord God of Israel, who has sent you today to meet me. May you be blessed for your good judgment and for keeping me from bloodshed this day and from avenging myself with my own hands. If you had not come quickly to meet me, not one male belonging to Nabal would have been left alive by daybreak." He accepts the gift. He sends her home in peace. 400 men turn around. The massacre that was 60 minutes from happening, doesn't happen. Because one woman got on a donkey. She goes home. Nabal is inside, drunk at a party he threw for himself. Celebrating his own wealth while 400 men were on their way to end him. She waits until morning. When he is sober, she tells him everything. What he said. What she did. How close it came. Nabal's heart fails him. He becomes like a stone. 10 days later, he is dead. The Bible doesn't elaborate on what caused it. Sometimes the truth about how badly you behaved is its own consequence. When David hears that Nabal is dead, he sends messengers to Abigail. He wants to marry her. She bows to the ground and says, "I am your servant, ready to wash the feet of my Lord's servants." The woman who rode alone toward 400 soldiers bows again, this time not as a strategy, but as a beginning. She packs quickly. Takes 5 of her servants. And rides toward David. She had spent years managing a fool's estate, cleaning up his messes, protecting people he was too proud to protect. Now she is riding toward a man who, when he was at his worst, listened to her. That's not nothing. Here's what I want you to carry from this. Abigail didn't have power. She had no army, no title, no authority over David or anyone else. What she had was clarity. She could see what David couldn't see in his rage, that the action he was about to take would cost him far more than Nabal's insult ever could. She didn't shame him. She didn't argue with his anger. She redirected it. She showed him his future and let him choose. That is what real wisdom does. It doesn't fight emotion head-on, it gives emotion somewhere better to go. The people in your life who talk you back from your worst decisions. Don't take them for granted. And if you are that person for someone else, the one who rides out alone to stop a disaster nobody else will touch, know that it is one of the most valuable things a human being can be. We've been in this series 3 weeks now. Joseph survived the pit. David survived the coup. Abigail stopped a war with a basket and the right words. Next week, the story everyone thinks they know, but almost nobody understands. The strongest man who ever lived. The woman who broke him. And what it actually cost both of them. Samson and Delilah. I'll see you then.